Hey everybody, another Honda Insight video. There's mine right there, getting a little grid charge. I I decided that I was going to make a video today and post it after talking to a friend and just talk about Honda Insight pricing. This is another one that will have about 42 people that find this interesting, but it's May 2003. It's actually Pentecost Day, Sunday, and I've sold 4 of these cars in the last couple years. Every time I've sold one, I've had a line of people, and every time I've sold one, I've gotten my full asking price. So I feel like I can say I know a little bit about what these cars are worth in this time frame that we're in, 2023. So I just pulled up a whole bunch of results here on the old interwebs, and I just thought I'd have a quick discussion about like 4 kinds of cars I see, because the reason I'm doing this video is I'm watching these cars sell myself, and then I'm watching other ones, sell, and I'm seeing a lot of noise coming in. People are saying, yeah, who would pay $10,000 for a Honda Insight and stuff like that. And so, maybe just inject a little bit of intelligence into that conversation. For some of you guys who are like following this channel, I got a bunch of people that have still asking me for one. I get pretty regular offers on that red one over there. And, a lot of people are looking for them. They only made 16,000 for the US, and, there aren't a whole lot left, maybe a few thousand, if that. So they're becoming more and more rare, and I won't go into that. But if you're looking for one, I just want to talk about pricing these days and maybe just talk some sense into us. This is a silly topic, but for some reason I'm fascinated with it. So I'm going to talk about 4 kinds of insights I see for sale. The first kind is like the total crap. And then the second kind I'm going to mention is the overpriced insights. And then the third kind is I'm just going to look at a couple of recent auction results and just track some prices. And then the fourth one is I'm going to look at 3 or 4 really nice examples I found out there. So we'll try to make this fairly quick. First category is total crap. This is a $2,500 car, not far from me actually, and you'll see a lot like this. They always advertise it as great gas saver. He got 80 miles per gallon. It has 250,000 miles. Doesn't tell you a lot about the car, just a few little things. A cracked rim. It does hold air, though if you go to highway speed, it shakes. And you can just kind of look at this and realize, this isn't something you want. You just don't. There's a lot of cars out there like this, at this price point. No, not trying to put down the seller, but this car's, it's hurting, So, that's what I'd put in that category of just, cars that are, you get what you pay for. You pay $1,000 or $2,000, unless you're in the right place at the right time, you're really not going to get a very nice car. And then this is another one. This has 205,000 miles. It's $3,500. Yes, it's blue. Yes, it's a 5-speed, but I mean, it paints nice. Dirty, there's some dents. Unknown transmission, unknown IMA battery, no warranties on anything. So again, it's an auction. I mean, there's a reason this car is on an auction, and for $3,000, yeah, 200,000 miles. Be careful. There's a reason it's an auction. So those are just a couple cars I'd say probably aren't worth your time. People are like, I can pick one up for $1,000. You can, and there are deals out there. I've found a few. But you kind of got to know what you're doing and be in the right place at the right time. Next category is the overpriced. This car has 259,000 miles. It has a Gary interior, which I assume means gray. Now, at this price, at this mileage, the parent transmission likely has problems if it has not been replaced. The IMA battery likely has problems if it has not been replaced and has a warranty. All you get here is must test drive, great first ride. And they want $7,695. So way overpriced. That's just crazy. And then here's another overpriced one, similar car, 200,000 miles. Yes, it's a cool blue color. It is a 5-speed, but again, at that mileage, we just don't know what's going on. All you get here is very basic, very basic description, and they want $88.90 for it, which is crazy. Now we'll look at a couple auctions here, And this is where you start realizing what these cars really are worth. If you get a good one, okay? Most of these cars we're looking at now have new batteries, good paint, they've been loved. You know, you can look at the auction, we're talking cars and bids, bring a trailer, and you can see where, you know, people totally took care of these cars. And I won't go into that here to, you know, keep this video short, but again, you can just look and you can see, you know, this is a great car. It had 55,000 miles. It was a 5-speed, and it sold, this is 2 years ago, actually, 2 years and a few weeks ago, 55 grand, 5-speed, and it sold for 10.7. Now, guys, if you know anything about the price of inflation and cars prices that have jumped up in the last just year or two, that 10.7 right now in 2023 of May, 2 years later, would be more like 13 or 14,000. That's just the reality of it. Prices have just gone crazy. And so, yeah, that's a nice car, but that's 2 years ago, 10,007. You will not find that price now for a 5-speed in that condition. And that car is pristine again. Here's another really nice one that sold. This one had about 100,000 miles. It sold in 2019 for 7,500. So if you got $100,000, I'm sorry, 100,000 mile red Insight 5-speed for 7,500 4 years ago, 3.5. I mean, what do you think you're going to get now? I mean, that car now with that mileage, and this probably, I don't remember, don't remember all the specs on this one, but it probably had a newer battery, and obviously it looks very nice. That car now would be, with 100,000 miles, would easily be 12,000, especially with a new battery. And then here's another nice one, 10,700. I may have just shown this one, but just comparable prices here. And then here's a really nice one I found, just a couple more. And these are actually for sale now, is the last category here. So this is kind of where we're at now with prices. This has 89,000 miles, and they want 12,000, and it is a CVT. So you might think, well, that's a lot of money. Well, 12,000, that's probably a little bit, but it is low miles, garaged, you know, new hybrid battery installed with lifetime warranty, full tune-up done, new brakes, tires are almost new, all the services, looks flawless. So if all that's really true, then that's a lot of car for $12,000. And you got to think the average price of a new car now, you know, is $28,000, $30,000, $35,000, depending on if you get a car or an SUV. So if you think about it, with new battery, perfect paint, garaged, all services, under 100,000 miles, classic Honda, is $12,000 really a lot to pay? Maybe not. A couple others. Here's another very similar car. This one only has 43,000 miles. It's a CVT. It's gray. They want 10.8, and I want to say that same stuff on here. Yeah, updated, just replaced, updated hybrid battery. So that right there is 2 or 3 grand. Again, you think about it, is $11,000 too much to pay for it's practically new. The car is practically new. It's a Honda, it's a classic, there's none of them around. It only has 43,000 miles. Yeah, they want 11,000. The car has a new battery. I mean, what else can you buy for 11,000 that's going to be this nice and this unique? And then just 2 others real quick here. This is another one being sold currently on Facebook. This is a friend of mine, Peter, and very similar car, the one I just described. This one only has 50,000 miles. I've seen Peter's garage. His cars are immaculate. This car is almost perfect. 10,200, automatic transmission, new battery. You can look at his description. You know, just the car's about perfect. And new battery with warranty. New shocks, new springs, new tires, tinted windows, new filters, blah, 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 blah. And, you know, you can just look at the pictures and see what you get here. I mean, the car's near perfect. And he only wants $10,000, you know? And again, people are like, who'd pay $10,000? Guys, this is a near perfect. These are near perfect cars for $10,000 or $12,000 with 50,000 miles or so. I mean, again, you know, you could pay $5,000 or $6,000 for an okay one. You can pay $3,000 or $4,000 more and get something like this, and it's worth every penny. And then honorable mention, I found this car that made me happy. This is Arizona, It's somewhat low mileage, 124. It's a 2003 CVT. The guy wants $5,000, and it's in great shape except the paint. So the paint's in pretty rough. I don't know if you can tell, but right here, and he tells you in the ad, you know, IMA is good. It needs to be charged. Has leather seat covers, well maintained, only 124,000 miles. That's probably a little overpriced. That's probably more like a $4,000 car. You know, 35, 4,000, depending on how desperate. But, you know, again, you can pay 3,000 or 4,000 for something like this that's good, and you're going to have bad paint, or you can pay about double that. You know, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, a little more than double. Double what he's asking at least, and you can get the car I just showed you, which is pretty flawless. Warranted battery, and you're not going to have any problems for a long time. So, yeah, that's my discussion. Just, you know, I just felt like kind of going over some of that because, you know, looking at pricing. And if you're in the market for one of these cars, I'm going to tell you, like, $10,000 for a very nice Honda Insight is, it's not a lot of money these days. I mean, it's really not. And, you know, you could do far worse for $10,000. But you're getting a low mileage car. So if you're on the fence and you're looking and you're thinking 10 grand, you know, like, guys, what are you getting for 5 or 6 or 7? You know, spend a few thousand more and get something that's great. And it will be worth that extra money. So thanks for watching. Would love to hear your comments. No, this is not for sale. Actually, this car, I'm going to do an update soon because I'm working on my first 80 mile per gallon tank. So I'm almost there. And I'm also going to paint the roof and the hood and the A-pillars with a friend who's a paint and body guy. So I'm going to do that myself, and I'm looking forward to the results. Get it back looking pretty new. But anyhow, that's my Insight video. Thanks for watching. Peace. God bless you.